What's going on YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. In today's video, I'm about to show you how to drive the 2023 GR Corolla. So I got this video inspiration from none other than Will Motivation. I talked to him the last time I was in Columbus and he shared some video ideas with me. So now I'm going to take him up on that and steal his video idea, which he so graciously let me browse. So I'm going to show you guys how to drive the GR Corolla. Before we jump into it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's get into it. If you don't know about the GR Corolla, this has an inline 3 1.6 liter, got 300 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque. And this is a 2023, so this is the core edition, meaning the poverty spec, but this is fully loaded up. Got the technology package, which gives me a wireless charger, JBL audio, and I do have the performance package, which you can see I got the Brembos down there and the limited slip differentials in the front and rear. And I do have like a cold package which has heated seats and heated steering wheel. So some of the knobs, controls, and buttons are very similar coming from the TRD Pro Tundra to the GR Corolla, but they're just slightly different. And today I'm going to show you how to pilot this vehicle, because this is all-wheel drive, so it's a little bit different. And then it's wet outside, got puddles, wasn't forecasted, thanks Apple. But this car it will shine in weather like this. And we're in Michigan, and we haven't seen snow yet this year. Not since I put my winter tires on this December. Really haven't seen any accumulation of snow. It's a mild winter. It's like between 40 and 50 degrees today. So that's what we got here. Got my mud flaps on here to do some rally things. So we're going to get into that in the future, but not yet. But let me put on the GoPro and show you guys how to actually drive this beast. So how do I drive this thing? That's what most people would want to know. So I'm here to show you that in today's video. So got the car lock. Key in the pocket, slide it in. You know how most cars do. Oh, weather mats come in handy for days like today. So I always park with the e-brake up. New practice that I just now got back into doing, instead of parking in gear, unless I'm on the incline, I park in gear. So to start it up, you want to put your foot on the clutch. I don't have to have my foot on the brake in this vehicle since the e-brake is up, but generally you need to put your foot on the brake as well to start it up. It's always going to come up with this warning here: avoid excessive acceleration due to temperature. It just wants the oil to be warmed up before you start going the red line, and then you got to cancel that. I think it'll go off after a while, but I always cancel it because it's annoying to see that. You can see I got some stellar 27.3 miles per gallon, 27.5. We got a full tank of gas. So what I'm about to do, I already got it. Looking over here, got my heated steering wheel, turning that on. Heated seats, that's already on. And the first thing that I normally do, I'm going to select my drive mode. Normally on a sunny day where it's not wet out here, unless I want to do some slippy sliding things, this is the knob. You turn it to the right, it'll go 30-70. You turn it to the left, it's back to 60-40. You can see that right here on the cluster. See it right there. Or if you press it in, it'll go to 50-50, which is denoted by track mode. So that's what I normally drive in. If it's wet conditions and I want the most grip that I can get, 50-50. And then I always turn it to a different drive mode. I'm used to driving in sport mode, but I just do custom. I just have the throttle in normal mode. I really can't tell the difference between any of these modes, between eco, normal, and sport. The only difference I feel is the steering feel, which I do want in sport mode. The air conditioner mode, I will probably never change that from eco or whatever. I'm not that serious of a driver where I care about the performance that much while the AC is on. Not yet, at least. So let's take off. So the biting point, I want to engage it around 1500 RPMs. So first gear, if you don't know how to drive a manual, I did a video on that. Actually, it's closer to like 2000 RPM, maybe 1800 RPMs is a good biting point to take off on. And this car likes to rev, so it goes all the way to 7000 RPM. But in just normal driving, you can shift around 3 grand, even a little less than 3 grand, because you're still not in the power band. That's where it's going to drive like a normal Corolla. You won't feel any torque. There's no torque down low. Watch me floor it. Absolutely nothing. But then once you downshift, get into the power band, that 4 grand, that's where you're gonna feel it. Actually, a little bit more than 4 grand, it'll push you back. drive a lot of different cars around, this suspension is quite stiff. It's definitely on the stiffer side. It's not jarring, but it's like borderline there. So there's a firm suspension, so it'll punish you on these uneven pavements. The shifter is pretty good too. Can be inconsistent at times, like the amount of force that I got to use to go in the gears is 90% of the time it's the same amount of force, but sometimes, like when you don't have a perfect shifter, it'll do things like that. Let's take some curvy roads in the wet with our traction control on. So I have noticed that this vehicle, it is hard to slide, but sometimes it will freely slide, and that can be dangerous. So I don't know the behavior it's gonna do. You probably want to be in like an open parking lot to do that. It'll definitely grip to get our acceleration where we want it. Oh, handle these curves. Downshift. Steering feel is pretty good in sport mode. This car is all about the grip. Let's see if it'll understeer like the Integra did. I just drove that over here. Nope, just grips. I heard some tires chirping. So even though it's wet and we on winter tires, it's still going to grip and it's still going to go. That's going to be the best part about the GR Corolla. Grip and go. And you got the handbrake if you want to get a little bit slippy and slidey too. Somebody said you can't use the handbrake on public roads. I beg to differ. You can. Don't want to do that though. You can't make it when you're doing the maneuver when you want to. But the steering is so direct. Push on it, it's going to go wherever you point it. And on the track, sometimes it wants to oversteer, but then it'll correct itself to understeer. And that kind of takes away the fun a little bit. Like going out of a corner, it'll start to oversteer and then just relegate back to understeer. That's a buzzkill a little bit to me. But it's still fun in its own right. Just being able to rev it out, feeling all the power is so much fun in this car. So, you know, that 45,000, this is where the power really kicks in. It's kind of brief. Party over around 6,000 RPM kind of falls flat in the power band. And looking in the dash, you got so many different customizable features. I like my MPGs and the maps. And when you have Apple Maps going on, it'll actually show you the turn-by-turn navigation. Got the speed and the gear shift or the gear position in the middle. Huge number to let you know what gear you in. And my other settings got erased when I did the battery pull on taking that cold air intake off. So I don't even know what these are set up for. This is customizable to a lot of different features. I think I went over that in another video. But they ain't got nothing to do with driving it, so I'm not about to go through all of those. Keep it on what I normally keep it on. Downshift, really good in here. Turning, got you feeling invincible out here, even in the rain. It just will not slide, especially with traction control on. But now we're about to try to do some slides out here. We got a couple people out here, but about to make it real brief. So if you do want to have fun in here, don't make the mistake that I did in the first couple videos where I hit the traction control button. I saw expert mode and I thought I was doing something, because when you just tap it, it'll show expert right there, but that'll still leave some form of stability control on, so you won't be doing what you think you're doing, and the car is assisting you and keeping you safe, which is good. But if you want all of that off, so you got to turn it all off again. You hold it for about 5 seconds, and you're going to see the expert disappear. And now we are free to do some slides. Still haven't mastered the art of sliding in here, but you'll see how it is. It's just about to go in circles, stab the throttle, see what we do. Does not really want to slide. So then we get our assistance on the handbrake. Woo! That's where the fun kick in. Boy, I can do that all day long. Dang, these are my new tires too. But yeah, that is so fun. So I need to go to an event where I can actually do that. So let me hit the e-brake. Ooh, slide. Ooh, get up out of here. Man, that's so fun. And you can do the rear end will swing out more in 30-70 mode. That was 50-50, so it's going to try and grip. But you also can do that a couple times. It's actually pretty easy to drive this car with traction control all the way off. As I did in the track, it just went and stuck and gripped. Like it was no issues at all. I'm gonna turn my traction control off, because I did say sometimes it'll slide a whole lot more than other times, so it can be inconsistent. Kudos to Toyota for actually putting a handbrake in here, because they know what we want to do with this car, and it's an injustice for any of these hatchbacks to not have a handbrake in them. They know what we want to do, especially the front wheel drive ones. You gotta have one. Couldn't help myself. I had to go to 30-70 mode just to see what that would be like real quick. You know it's gonna be fun. They ain't even had nothing to do with 30-70. This car got such a great turning radius on it. Just gonna chuck it into this turn. Just wants to grip, and that's where it becomes inconsistent. Sometimes it'll want to lose it, sometimes it will just stick. See what we got this way. Use the handbrake to help us turn. That's always fun. All right, let me turn my traction control back on and hit the freeway. Show you how it is to drive this like a civilized person. And this is where it's gonna beat you up at. These roads are so terrible here, and this car is extremely firm. It's on the very firm side. And then if you want to get a good takeoff, you gotta dump the clutch at like 5,000, which is not ideal. That's something you shouldn't do. This ain't no 0 to 60 car, and the power band is too high up to actually enjoy 0 to 60s in the way that it could be made. You about to burn up something trying to do that. But merging onto the highway, third gear gonna be your gear of choice to get in at highway speeds. This car will pick up. Oh dang, you're going faster than expected. Fourth gear will pick up too. You got all the grip in the world. But let's drop it into 6 and just cruise for a minute. Clear off the rear window, because I love rear wipers. And then you do have some form of autonomy in here. It will drive itself. You got the cruise control, which you just tap the button up here. It'll do cruise control and keep you in the lane and manage your speed. And it'll show you a car getting in front of you. You saw that graphic. It's pretty cool. Actually pretty seamless as well. I haven't noticed any issues with it, but I also don't use it that often because I'm never really taking this car on road trips. But it'll do its thing. You can take it off where you can just have it in cruise or where it won't steer you. It will yell at you when you have your hands off the steering wheel at some point. Like I said, I never use it to no end. It's probably around 20 seconds. And it's kind of hard to read all these dials. There we go, lane tracking assist. I don't even know what that said. It just popped away. But yeah, hold on for dear life. And like these icons up here, they turn green when they are active, and when they're off, they turn white. So that's how you know you got the adaptive cruise control going on, the lane keep assist, and I don't even know what the third one is. So many buttons. You got yeah man, so many buttons, man. I don't care to even. So that's basically how you drive the GR Corolla. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple car. Not a whole lot of controls in here. Does have a lot of safety features, especially for a car like this. Like they tend to not put a lot of safety features in sports cars. But I see like companies like Subaru, they put eyesight in the manual cars. That's normally something that they'll skip out on the manual versions, because they tend to think we only like the poverty spec versions. But I see they came around to it. Toyota gave us all the features, same as the automatic. Get back on the highway one more time. Oh, dang, they still ain't fixed this. Oh. And we just gonna grip and go. The advantage of all-wheel drive. This all-wheel drive system is so good in here. Like it just always full. So you know you're gonna be safe in one of these. Definitely got to take this on some kind of rally course. I want to see what it's like to slide and how it helps you get through like loose gravel and dirt and things of that nature, especially snow. That's why I got the winter tires on here, to see snow. We ain't got none. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up with that. So if you got any questions, drop a comment, let me know. And with that, I'm Q checking out. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out.